Welcome back. You are tuned in to Tradersation. My pleasure to have back with us once again Larry Winget, best-selling book author. This time he's got No Time for Tact, 365 Days of the Words and Wisdom of Larry Winget. Larry, welcome back to Traders Nation. How are you today?
Hey, I'm terrific. Thanks for having me.
Good. Hey, Larry, listen, let's talk about this. Not mince words, Larry, okay? In uncertain times, Americans need straight talk. Larry, do you give them that with No Time for Tact?
No Time for Tact is sort of a best of Larry. I took the straightest talk from the last 5 books and put it into sort of a calendar format. So you can pretty much tune in, turn to any page, any day of the week that you want to, every single day, and get a little dose of my straight talk.
A little dose of realism, right, Larry?
Exactly.
All right.
And whether it's parenting or business or personal finance or just your life, there's a little bit of everything in this one.
I'm loving it. One of the quotes that you have in there, stress comes from knowing what is right and doing what is wrong. So why is it that certain people continue, Larry, to pay into their own vicious cycles?
Really, that's one of my very favorite quotes. I'm glad you pulled that one out of it. Everybody talks right now about how they're stressed. We all hear it all the time. In fact, if you're on Facebook or Twitter, I just hate it when somebody says, I'm stressed today. Really?
Right.
Like anyone else really cares. But
Larry, how about I'm stressed today? I'm gonna go caffeinate up at Starbucks.
Yeah, spend $4 on a cup of coffee. $4 I don't have. No wonder you're stressed. But what you said is really true. The point is that people are all stressed about all this stuff, and what they need to do is just consider what's really causing the stress. And what you think is causing the stress isn't the cause.
Yeah.
The cause is the fact that you know what you ought to do, and you aren't doing a darn thing about it. That's what's got you upset.
So, Larry, what's the first thing that they should do to get things done, to get on the path of correctness, if you will, to correct their life, to get it back on the straight and narrow, Larry?
Whether it's financial or personal or business, first of all, take assessment of what you're doing that's not working.
Right.
And that's really all you have to do. Get out a piece of paper, start to write down, this isn't working in my life or in my business or with my finances.
Sure.
And once you know what's not working, then you have to know what you can, what action to take corrective action on the thing, which means you might need to get a little education. Maybe you just simply don't know what to do. Read some books out there. Figure out what action you should take. Ask somebody smarter than you, and then take their advice. None of this stuff is very complicated,
right.
And that's why I approach it with sort of a tactless approach. Just, holy crap, pay attention, people. It's not hard.
I know. It's a simple process, right? All right, so if somebody is unhappy, unsuccessful, broke, or even sick, should they keep to themselves, or should they go on, like you say, Facebook, here I am, I'm sick, not feeling happy, and I'm miserable?
Yeah, I love that. These people who do that, and they put their misery out there, they don't really want their misery or their unhappiness or the fact that they're broke or any of those things. They don't want those things to be over. They want attention. They want sympathy.
Yeah.
They want, and that's the saddest part of all the social media stuff, in my opinion, is that it makes everybody these attention needers out there, and it makes you needy and kind of sad and pitiful.
Yeah.
Instead, take action. If you know you have a problem and you are broke or you're unhappy or you're sick or whatever, recognize you have a problem. Figure out what you need to know in order to fix the problem, and then take action on the problem. But don't whine about it to other people. They got their own stuff they're dealing with.
All right, so keep it to yourself, and then when you're successful, come out and tell everybody, and then let everyone know how you did it?
Well, there's a fine line between rubbing people's nose and wanting to be acknowledged for the fact that you've overcome your problems. I have no problem with people saying, look, this is what I did to get past where I am. I mean, pretty much my books have been written all about how stupid I was and what I did to fix it.
Right.
I don't have any issue with that. I think, though, that what you need to remember when you're bragging about your success is that everybody you know wants you to be successful, but they don't want you to be more successful than they are.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful with that one.
All right, so we need to be tactful. All right.
I don't have time for tact. That's the name of the book.
We need to be tactful, Larry. All right, no time for tact. All right, but in that instance, take 2 minutes to be tactful. All right, so, Larry, is being stupid even more expensive than reading books or going to seminars?
Absolutely, and that's one of the quotes of the book. If we talk about how expensive books are and training and seminars, just think of what it costs you to be stupid. Think of what it costs you to not have the information or to not take action on the information. The cost of stupidity is always higher than the cost of knowledge.
All right, Cash for Clunkers, your thoughts. I saw you on Hannity. Last night. Good show, by the way. Cash for Clunkers, what are you thinking?
Actually, I kind of like Cash for Clunkers. I think the problem with Cash for Clunkers is that should have been our first approach prior to the bailout. We should have given people incentives to reduce inventory.
Right.
And so I do think that was a temporary fix, and, that was Hannity's point, that it was like a crack addict, it got a temporary fix.
Right.
But the point was it could have given a boost to the whole market by dumping some of that inventory that they had.
Right.
Those people, some of them are complaining about the fact that the government is slow pay. Well, of course, if you expected them to be anything but slow pay, then you truly were an idiot.
Is that a sign for things to come? I mean, let's face it, it was a 1-month program, and some of these dealers haven't been paid yet. I'm with you. I think the program was good. It gave a shot in the arm to some of these dealers. It gave a shot in the arm to some of the manufacturers. It got people out there to loosen up a little. So there were some good sides to it, but some of the backside stuff, I don't know, some of these dealers aren't getting paid.
Well, they'll eventually get paid, and every one of the, I did a lot of research on that before I went on, so I know what I was talking about.
Right.
We didn't get to all of it.
Right.
But the point is, even every single one of them that were complaining about how they're $500,000, all of them said, we know we will eventually get paid. It's just not coming as fast as we want it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
you know you're going to get your money. It's just not coming as fast. It's like when you turn in your taxes at the end of the year. You got a little kickback coming, and you know it's not going to get there as fast as you want it, so you can spend it as quick as you would like. But you know you're eventually going to get it.
Yeah, but true to the government, it should be really a no-brainer for some of these businessmen. That some of these dealers, they should know that maybe they're not going to get paid right away.
Well, I thought they should have known it too, but it's easier. They wouldn't have gotten on television and wouldn't have gotten their name in the paper. They'd have gone, yeah, this is kind of what we expected.
Sure.
They got the attention because they're going, holy crap, look, they owe me $500,000. Well,
Right.
the chances are they wouldn't have moved that inventory without Cash for Clunkers.
Exactly.
It would have still been sitting there, and that wouldn't have done them any good either.
All right. You got 365 days, and the book is absolutely fantastic. I'm not going to ask you to bring one out that really stands out because they all really do, one day for each. So what I'm suggesting is everybody go out and get a copy of No Time for Tact today. Larry, what else is going on? Any parting thoughts here today?
Still got a lot more television appearances. People can tune on just about anywhere or go to my website and you'll see where I'm going to be. And hang on, we got another new book coming out in a couple of months and maybe a new TV show.
Is it the kids? It's about kids, right?
Yeah, it's your kids are your own fault. It's how to raise good adults.
That's nice. All right. Larry Winget, folks. No Time for Tact. 365 days of wit, words, and wisdom of Larry Winget. Larry, as always, it's a pleasure having you on the show today.
I appreciate it, Kurt. Thanks so much.
You're more than welcome. Larry Winget, all right, you can find him all over the place, just like Larry said. Head on over to his website, too, folks, by the way, LarryWinget.com, LarryWinget.com. And most importantly, get a copy of No Time for Tact. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a whole calendar, right? Day 1 all the way up to December 31st. And you can get a daily words of wisdom of Larry Winget.